Lagos was alive with the scent of the Atlantic breeze, the chatter of market women, and the distant honking of danfos weaving through traffic. But within the walls of the grand cream-painted mansion that sat near Victoria Island, a silent battle of wills was unfolding, a battle of love, discipline, and the shaping of a young soul. Mama Aniki, once the radiant beauty of Lagos Island, now bore the marks of time and sacrifice. Her love for her only son, Benjamin, knew no limits. He was the answer to years of barrenness, a miracle child she had begged God for in endless prayers. Every day she adorned him with love, gifts, and indulgence, shielding him from even the smallest discomfort. Benjamin, now 15, had never known lack. If he pointed at something, it was his. His mother ensured that. From the latest sneakers to the most expensive gadgets, she lavished him with excesses, believing she was fulfilling the very prayer that brought him into her life. His father, Tunda, was the complete opposite. A man forged in the fires of discipline, he had built his wealth through hard work and resilience. A well-respected businessman, he traveled frequently, securing the best for his family. But he was not blind to the flaws forming in his son. Each time he returned from a trip, he noticed the boy growing more entitled, more careless, and lacking the virtues he believed a man should have. "You spoil this boy too much, Aniki," he would tell his wife in their bedroom, away from Benjamin's ears. "A child must learn that life will not always give him what he wants. If he never knows how to hear no, how will he survive the real world?" Mama Anike would fold her arms stubbornly, eyes glistening with emotion.
"Tunde, I suffered too much in this life. I tasted hunger. I endured pain. I vowed that my child would never taste any of that. God finally answered my prayers. Why should I deny him anything?"
This was the source of Benji's quiet resentment towards his father. To him, his father was a barrier between him and his mother's love. Each time his father returned, restrictions came with him. The money flow tightened, and suddenly there were rules to follow. One evening, the confrontation between father and son reached a peak. Benji had just stormed into the house fuming. His mother had promised him a motorbike for his birthday, but his father had immediately refused when he found out. "You are too young for that kind of thing," his father bellowed. "Do you know how many reckless boys have lost their lives on these roads?" "Other boys have it," Benji retorted, his chest rising and falling with anger. "You are not other boys." Tunde's voice was firm. "You will not always get what you want, and that is final." Benjamin turned to his mother, eyes pleading. "Mama?" Mama Anike's lips trembled, but under her husband's sharp gaze, she sighed.
"Listen to your father, my son."
Benjamin clenched his fists. For the first time, he felt betrayed. He stomped upstairs, slamming the door behind him. That night, Mama Aniki crept into her son's room with a wrapped package. Inside was a stack of money. "Buy what you want," she whispered, pressing it into his hands. "Your happiness is my happiness." And so, the seeds were planted. The seeds of defiance, the seeds of unchecked desire, the seeds of a young man growing in two opposing worlds. What happens when love blinds? What happens when discipline is rejected? What path will Benjamin take as he continues to grow? Only time would tell.